Aloha, Avakea. And welcome to the 39th Hawaii Pacific Health Iolani Classic here at the Father Bray Athletic Complex Lower Gym at Iolani School. We are here for Game 4 of an 8-game stretch on quarterfinal Wednesday, as we have the Mid-Pacific Owls and the Kauai Red Raiders facing off in an inter-island matchup. The Owls and Red Raiders find themselves in a bounce-back game after they both lost their opening matches. These teams are officially done with school, which is kind of nice. Sometimes we have these teams have to fight through school days, but luckily the way that it turned out today, it's, this year, has been a little bit less stressful for the boys, which is nice. We're going to go to our PA announcer, Rudy Tulangari. He's going to give us the starting lineups.
Welcome to Game 12 of the 2023 Iolani Classic. Today's 1:30 game is with the visiting Kauai Red Raiders and the home team Mid-Pacific Institute Owls. The starting lineup first for the visiting Red Raiders, a 5'10" senior guard number 2, Kamehameha-Kapalama. 6'2" senior guard number 5, Josh Rago. 5'10" junior guard number 14, Brian Brown. 6'3" junior forward number 21, Cameron Ho. 5'10" senior guard number 24, Isaac Miri. Head coach for the Red Raiders, Ipo Yoshioka. Starting lineups for the home team, Mid-Pacific Institute Owls. 5'10" senior forward number 1, David Marley Chun. 5'9" senior guard number 3, Jacob Lau. 6' junior guard number 5, Riley Miura. 6' senior guard number 12, Jared Yee. Robbie. 6'6" junior forward number 20, Logan Mason. Head coach for the Owls, Robert Slaw. Enjoy the game.
So there we have the starting lineups for both the Owls and the Red Raiders. About to kick it off here. Game 4, joined by Wes Nakama. I'm Kevin Scanlon. Welcome aboard, everyone. Full slate of games still to come in the afternoon and evening session. 4 full games after this. Not to mention the much anticipated, always anticipated, Alakai Executive Search Slam Dunk Contest, which follows our 8 o'clock match tonight. Mid-Pacific Owls and white and green, and the Kauai Red Raiders in, well, take a guess. They're the Red Raiders.
We used to be Red Raiders.
That's
were
right.
you a Red Raider or you were a Raider?
I was both.
Oh, okay.
Yep. They changed it over, I want to say, my junior, senior year. And rightfully so. Let's get rid of that. All that connotation in business. Mason does not hesitate. Straight line drive, baseline. Finishes easily in traffic. Rago can't get it to go. Yee comes up with it. They'll set up. Kauai in there, man-to-man. running their UCLA-ish offense. Yee tries to isolate and scores. 2 straight quick buckets by the Owls. Quickly up the court are the Red Raiders. Brown sees nothing, back to Rego. They'll settle in with Esteban up top. Miri. Up top, Rego launches no good. We're going to stay here as there's a loose ball foul on the Owls. Riley Miura on his box out, a little bit of a hold. So the Red Raiders will inbound with a fresh clock. Having a little trouble getting it in, and we're in. Owls drop into a 2-3. Skip pass. Miri. Rego, Esteban still probing. Dangerous pass across the middle. Holto loses it. Owls come away with it, and Mason brings ball to court. 6'6" junior. Coach Robbie Schlav imploring them to run their stuff. Timing's a little bit off. Mason in the post, double team. Esteban comes away with it. And we'll have a foul on Jarek Yee, his first of the game.
Number 12, Jarek Yee, team's second.
Owls with 2 quick fouls here. Still up 4-0, early first. A little bit of extended pressure, a 2-2-1. Esteban, no problem with it. Holt tries to go up over the top of the 6'7" Mason, and that'll dribble out of bounds.
Yeah, he was at a bad angle. He caught the ball, behind the backboard, and had to take a tough shot. You want that post to set up near the block so he can use the backboard.
Mason up court. Into the game for the Owls is Marcus Marek. Excuse me. Apologies. That's Jacob Bao.
Ball by Red Raiders, number 21, Cameron Holt, team's first foul.
Holt with his first of the game. Ball's in. Owls miss an opportunity there on the inbound. Owls stuck in the corner. Yee will pull that and get it. Owls out to a quick 7-0 lead with a 2-2-1 pressure. And Coach Ippo Yoshioka, again, with a quick 30-second timeout. It's 3 games in a row. I think that's sort of standard nowadays. West to kind of quick stop the bleeding, catch your breath timeout early in the first quarter.
You can see the intensity has really picked up for Mid-Pacific. They had a rough matchup last night against Oak Ridge. Fell behind early, ended up giving up, I think, 90 or 100. But, today, obviously facing somebody more their speed, literally. And you can tell they want to win. I mean, they come out here very intense. And like you said, Coach Rob on top of them on their every move. Totally different demeanor from last night.
Yeah, definitely want your guys, all the little things you want to start cleaning up now. So why is Coach yelling at me like, well, because you want to get it tight so come season you don't have time to fix these things. You want it to be in sync. Red Raiders against the 2-3. 15 on the clock. Rego up top. Esteban looking. 10 to shoot for the Red Raiders. Gets away with a travel there. Rego, 5 to shoot. Still in trouble. Backs it out. Fumbles it. They might not get it off. Esteban launches desperation off the glass. Avoids the violation, but nonetheless, the Owls get it back. Yee into the front court. Owls in a 1-4 set. Kind of out of sorts right now. Definitely does look like preseason, doesn't it there, Wes?
Yeah. And you know,
Z gathers the rebound. Chiser can't get the 3 to fall. He'll drive baseline. Charge on sophomore Darius Chiser. As that, we saw that coming a mile away.
yeah, and I was going to say, you know, these preseason games are important for everybody, but especially for Kauai, which, you know, only has 3 teams on the island. So they don't see much opposition. They had a tournament there. They had Kalani over there, Thanksgiving weekend, but these games are super valuable for teams coming from a 3-team league where they don't see much variation throughout the regular season.
Esteban called for the block there as he and Chiser reunite in the same scene, 1 possession later. Owls pressure giving the Red Raiders a little bit of trouble early here. Chiser will shoot 2.
And, you know, we talk about mid-pack coming off a tough blowout loss last night. Kauai, you know, look at their final score. They lost to Iolani with 78-46, something like that. But that actually was a closer game than that score indicates. It was 42-36 into the third quarter. So they were, you know, hanging with Iolani for a while, a good while.
It's something to take home with you as well, right? Mm-hmm. As you build toward your league. Brown, corner 3. Not quite. Bobbles loose. Chiser comes down with it. Dribbles into traffic and loses it. Back the other way. Myra will give it a go. Short. Christian Vito in the game of Red Raiders. Trying a loose ball. And Coach Robbie Schlav will give the Owls their first 30-second timeout of the first quarter. We're halfway through the first quarter. 3:39 to go. 8-0 Owls early on.
That was a tempting shot by Myrie. You know, he felt he was open on the right wing, but the thing is there were 5 white jerseys in the paint. You know, unless you're a Steph Curry or that type of shooter, you know, a good three-point shooter is at 33%. So 2 out of 3 times you're going to miss that shot. And with 5 white jerseys in the paint, not a good percentage you're going to get offensive board. Probably would have been better advised if you had at least 1 or 2 red shirts in there. Give themselves a chance.
Oftentimes, too, you know, you try to tell the young kids, you know, coaches are saying, hey, you can get that shot anytime. Mm-hmm. Why not run the offense a little bit? See if things loosen up a little bit, maybe get yourself a better look. You can always shoot the deep contested 3. Red Raiders are in a 1-2-2-ish. I don't know, Wes, are you more of a 3-2 guy or a 1-2-2? It all depends, right? We got a trap in the corner. Mason can easily go over the top of that. He sees a single, barrels straight into Holt-Ho, and Holt takes a charge. Logan Mason got a little impatient there.
Yeah, and he lowered that shoulder, which for an official, that's a key giveaway.
Chuck Martin, longtime Iolani physical education teacher, is on the refereeing crew this afternoon.
Former minor league baseball player.
And holds the all-time record that'll never be topped of detention giver. Mason, silly foul down low, unnecessary. That picks up a quick second foul, and out he comes. Unfortunate because he was about to be subbed out anyway. Picks up a second foul early. That'll put the Owls in the bonus. Hey, it's bonus. Hey, Rudy, bonus. Hey, Chuck, it's bonus. Sorry, we had to clean house a little bit up here. A lot of back and forth, a lot of things slipping away here. Nice time to hold hole. Who can't finish, but he will get 2.
On the out number 21, Tyson Moore at the line for the Red Raiders, shooting free throws, number 21.
Coach Donnie Martin seeing it from the gate. That's the second time today, right, Coach? We saw like, hey, we missed the bonus. Everybody getting used to the 5 foul per quarter. You get 2 free throws. So the Red Raiders will be shooting free throws no matter what outside of an offensive foul. Charge call. Hold can't get the second one, but the Red Raiders are on the board. Tyson Knorr, 6'1" senior, comes out with the board. Yee up top. Chiser from deep, doesn't get it. Hold corrals it in the corner, and here come the Red Raiders. Just over 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Raiders can't come away with anything in that possession. Missed opportunity to Aiden Law in the middle. Here come the Red Raiders, a bump and a score for Christian Vito, 5'9" junior for the Red Raiders. Ryder Nagata just into the game and picks up a foul. So Vito will try to clean up the and one here to cut the lead in half. Does so. A little bit of pressure from the Red Raiders, and Chiser turns it over. So interesting how pressure can just alter these young men in these games. It really alters some of the decision making. Esteban thinks about it. Over to Hold. Strong move. Vita will take a 3. Right wing, short. And away with it comes Tyson Knorr. Corner 3, clean look at it. That's right in Nagata. Great steal here by Knorr. Nagata gets it, tries to get up ahead to Riley Miera, can't quite pull it off. Red Raiders the other way. Hold quickly up and in. Example of not bringing that ball down, which so many kids tend to do. Just keeps it above his head. We're under a minute here. Another turnover, deflection here. Esteban takes it the other way for the Red Raiders. Rego feeling it. Bingo.
You know, this is what Kauai did to Iolani on Monday. Like I said, they step up the pressure, get some turnovers, get quick buckets. Next thing you know, they're right back in it.
Reach around and on the arm there. Mary reaching on the press, and the Owls will get a last possession if they want it. 31.4 left in the first quarter. Shot clock is off. Coach is making some last possession substitutions here. Sure you get guys with fouls, maybe get them off. 11-9 here. It was just 8-0. We just looked up 2 minutes ago. It was 8-0. Red Raiders came storming back here. Sort of a long matchup, a long crossbar pass, and Mason can't handle it.
As mentioned, this is similar to the game against Iolani. Iolani, every time you thought they would get some early separation, 10, 12-point lead, Kauai would force a couple turnovers, get it back to single digits.
Esteban with 8 seconds, corner to Rego, 5 to shoot. He's gonna have to let it go here. Esteban smartly takes it to the rack, tries to draw a foul, doesn't get it.
Almost did.
solid contest there by Tyson Knorr, and that does it for quarter 1, where just a second ago it was a slow start, 8-0, and now the Red Raiders have closed it to an 11-9 game. Owls lead. We're at the end of the first. We're about to jump. We're about to jump down to some important information from our sponsors.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. This is me. Hawaii Pacific Health.
All right, quarter two about to get underway here in the Hawaii Pacific Health Iolani Classic. Hawaii Red Raiders right in downtown Lihue, and the Mid-Pacific Owls from just up the road here in Manoa.
Have you been to their gym, Hawaii High School gym?
No, I haven't.
It's one of those 1930s historic
I
wooden. Yeah,
I love it.
yeah. You feel like you're stepping back into a different century, different time.
Oh, I love it. Sounds a little bit about, have you ever been to the Waimea gym? You ever been up to the old Waimea gym? It's that kind of feel, right? Hilo has a couple of those as well. As the ball's batted out of bounds, and the Red Raiders will keep the ball. They got 17 on the clock. Yeah, that's one of those nostalgia things. I'd love to take a tour of all the, kind of go check out venues and gyms. I dig that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you picture, those barnyards in Indiana or Illinois, rural country gyms. That's what it feels like.
12 to shoot for the Red Raiders. Rego on the wing. Don't look like they're in any hurry. Jenkins up top. They're going to have to let this go here. There's 4 left on the clock. And we have our first shot clock violation of the day, as the Red Raiders really didn't know what to do with that from about 12 seconds in.
Yeah, shot clock, one thing about it is, like you said, you don't wait till it gets down to 3, 2, 1. You got to recognize it when it's at 8 or 7 and work for your shot at that point.
Jenkins with the rebound. Esteban the hold. Rego. Mary mishandles it. He'll get it back. Pardon me, that's Brown. Morning, gang, I'll get it by the second half. Into Brown to the high post. So he's a cross court to Esteban. Right idea, wrong execution. They'll turn it over.
Into the game for the Red Raiders, number 1, Christian Vito.
Owls here set things up. The Red Raiders with a 3-2. Kind of a 3-2 that hybrids back into a 2-3 where you have your center start up and then drop. Nice dime, down low. Nor gets his shot blocked. Got Rego there. Could be a court veto. Esteban still raise and takes, short. Ba would come over with the rebound. Miura, tough move, just can't get it to fall. Nor pressuring Esteban early, gets it up to Vito in the corner. He'll take that 3. Can't get it, Nor with the rebound. Out quickly to Mason. This thing settles, Mason thinks about it. Now he'll take it. Left wing 3, short. Big rebound, Rego, here he comes. He's got a head of steam. He gets bumped off his line there, and will be called for a travel. Oh, we have a technical on Holbo here.
Shooting the technical free throws for the Owls, number 5, Riley Miura.
So, we have a technical foul on the Red Raiders. That gives free throw to Riley Miura. Take care of that. He gets one more.
Yeah, that's one of those impulsive spikes of the ball. Almost as soon as he did it, he realized, oh.
Yeah, yeah.
And the official went over, talked to him, and he apologized and realized it's against the rules. You can't do that.
Teachable moment there for the young man. Miura sizes it up, gets it. He wanted that from the get-go, from the inbounds, and he puts the Owls up 15-9. Miura with quick 4 points. Boy gets away with the backcourt. Jenkins gets away with the travel, and he'll finish it soft off the glass, not going to go, and we have a carrying violation here by Logan Mason. And the ball goes back to the Red Raiders here. A lot of extracurriculars here. Chuck Martin letting the young man know you can't just dump the ball into the stands there. You disagree with the call. And we'll settle back in. It's 15-9 Red Raiders. Excuse me, Owls early second. Owls into a zone here is extending. Red Raiders taking their time. Vito looks in, 15 to shoot. Rego up top, you got Esteban into hold, thinks about it. Rego will take it. He'll get it, that's his second one. Takes a while to get out of his pocket, but he's 2 for 3.
It is, he's got good shot put for him. Heaving it from the shoulder, but he gets there.
Ball staying on the left end. Ball takes a look at it. Miura misses a 3, but there'll be a loose ball foul here down below as Esteban is boxing out the taller Nor. That'll be Esteban's second.
Also checking in for the Red Raiders, number 14, Ryan Brown.
Looking for the quick lob to Mason, overthrows it, and that allows for a breakaway dunk by Rego. Rego coming alive here in the second quarter. That can get the juices going on both ends of the court. Nice shot there by Jarek Yee. So important, Yee gets the ball and immediately goes straight up with it. A steal here by Baal. He'll take it and finish as well. Jenkins can't handle it. And the Owls back up by 5, 19-14, mid-second.
30-second timeout, Red Raiders.
Well, the Owls did a good job of mitigating some of that momentum created by the Rego 3 and dunk. They answered with 2 quick buckets of their own.
Yeah, great anticipation by Baal. He saw the return pass coming, stepped in the lane, picked away, and went coast to coast, finishing the layup.
Well, I'd like to let y'all know these tournaments don't run themselves, so shout out to some of our sponsors who can make this thing happen. Certainly you see Nike, ubiquitous around campus and around a lot of these uniforms and feet. Nike's been a part of this tournament for decades. So we have an inadvertent whistle that they're playing on. We're coming to you from the Pesta Kauai broadcast booth. Yee gets there in time, just gets a toe out of bounds. They did bleed 11 seconds off of that shot clock, so the Red Raiders have 20 to shoot. Myrie into the paint. Brown will take a 3. In and out. Struggle for it. Kaiser comes up with it. Mura, that's the same spot he had one. Comes up short. Quickly with the ball. Jenkins in traffic, loses it on the way up. Back the other way go the Owls. Here's Logan Mason. Takes his time on a step through, finishes. We have a delay of game warning. Delay of game warning on 24. Darius Chiser. Got to leave the ball alone. Sometimes you give it back to the ref, but they like to let it play there. So the Owls will come pick up full court, and right away Miura gets a turnover, and Mason converts. The Owls bringing some size and length up front. Try to challenge the Red Raiders here. Another deflection. As the Owls have turned the notch up on their energy level here in defensive pressure. Rego, top of the key. Nothing doing. Miura scratches out a board, and Chiser will take his time bringing it across. 9-point lead here. Just about 2 minutes to go here in the half. Higashi into the game for the Owls. Miura in the middle, takes his time. Higashi for three, right wing, no good. Rego corrals it. He's gonna push. Jenkins having trouble with it. Makes its way to Brown, and he'll reset. Rego, nice drive and kick. Brown gets another clean look. Miura corrals another board. And the Owls settle. Miura breaks down the D, driving baseline. Shizer gets a three look, doesn't go. Miura taps it up, nothing doing. Rego far up court to a breaking Brown. He'll have a play at the hoop, doesn't get it. He gets his own rebound. Here comes Holt. Red Raiders miss two opportunities there, but Derek Yee gets dinged for an offensive foul here.
So you mentioned Rego with that rebound and three-quarter court pass. He is a note from Carter Boechi. Rego is actually a left-handed pitcher, first baseman for Kauai High School, heading to HPU next year.
Oh, nice.
So he uses that arm not just for basketball, he uses it a lot in baseball.
I have just a little bit of technical adjustment here, clock issue. We'll settle back in here. 23-14 Owls with just over a minute left in the half. We're going to add a couple of seconds to both the shot and the game.
Another name we mentioned for Kauai, Cameron Holt. There was another pitcher from Kauai, Norman Holt. Actually played his high school ball at Kamehameha, but he's Kauai native. Good pitcher for University of Hawaii.
It's that Holt family in baseball. I know that Kamehameha has a number of Holts that have gone through there.
Milton Holt was a starting pitcher for Harvard, helped them reach the College World Series, and he was also their starting quarterback.
That's why we got you here, Nakama. Tying it all together.
Yeah.
52 on the shot clock, 20 on the shot clock. Rego lets another one, gets fouled. Troy Higashi gets caught fouling a three-pointer. Rego's going to get three here. Coach Robbie just shrugs and walks back to the bench. What is our top 5 list of things coaches say the most? I think get back is up there somewhere, but don't foul a jump shooter is another one, I think. As Rego cannot convert in the first. Gets the second one and dribble in. He'll get one more.
Rego, when you look at his build, very slender, lanky, but you can tell as a lefty, he's probably got that nice whipping action. He's athletic. You saw him dunk the ball. He's also a first baseman, hit 358, so he can swing the bat as well.
Well, he certainly came out strong and made his imprint on this first half, as the Red Raiders definitely needed a lot of his scoring here. Nice step through here by Jarek Yee, can't get it to go, gets his own board. With the Nor left corner three, doesn't get it. Jenkins with the rebound, and we have a foul here, a loose ball. Yee with another foul. That might get him his third foul. Unfortunately, with just 25 seconds left, Yee's been pretty active for the Owls, so we'll see how that plays out next half. Meantime, Owls settle into a 2-3. Red Raiders have 18 on the clock. Shot clock's off. Nor pokes it from behind. Rego loses it. Up quick. Scheiser cross court. He couldn't decide whether to drop it to La or get it across to Higashi. Ends up in between the two and out of bounds.
As soon as it left his hands, you could say, oh no.
7 to shoot. Rego, right wing. 5 on the clock. Jenkins, Brown. Somebody's got to let it go. Rego will. It's on line, comes up short, and that'll do it for the half. First half ends. The Owls up 23-16 on the Hawaii Red Raiders. As we go to our halftime break and share some information from our wonderful sponsors. We'll be right back.
Hey, Rox, come on look. The neighbors are up to something.
Probably taking out the trash.
No, they got guys roaming all around the place.
Maybe they're aliens from another planet.
Maybe they're getting rid of bugs and termites or something.
So what's so strange?
Well, our guys don't do that.
Maybe we don't have the right guys.
Hi, I'm Ian.
And I'm Joe.
And we're Pest Tech Hawaii. We have the latest termite and pest control technology. Let our guys be your guys. We're Pest Tech Hawaii.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. This is me. Hawaii Pacific Health.
I feel like here students really get an understanding of what exactly they like, and a big part of that is because they have so many options in terms of classes.
I really wanted an academic rigor when I was looking for schools, and Iolani had a really rigorous program with many AP options as well as a lot of extracurriculars at an advanced level.
Iolani is just so special because of how diverse its environment is, and I've got to learn about so many different cultures and meet so many new people that I never would have met before.
You have people from all different countries, a lot of people from Asia and also from the mainland. I would say that local or Hawaiian culture is not as well known in other parts of the world, but it's really cool that we have this separate program. We can learn the local Hawaiian culture as well. And after a little bit, I've learned so much from the day student population, from friends I've made that I would have never known otherwise.
Favorite part about Iolani is how everybody is welcoming and is always ready to help you.
Everyone is ready to meet you and is excited to know about your culture and where you've moved from.
All the students and teachers were so welcoming, especially in the dorms.
I chose to come to Iolani because everyone in this school treated me and welcomed me like I was always part of this family.
Being here would definitely prepare me for the future.
back here at halftime. It's Mid-Pacific 23, Kauai 16. You just saw some videos from our sponsors, HBH, the title sponsor for the next 2 years. You saw Pestec Hawaii. You saw Twin Fin. The teams from the mainland are staying throughout their stay here in the islands. You also saw a video from the Drumline Performing Arts program here at Iolani School, as well as the boarding program, where it's home to about 90 or so kids now, grades 9 through 12, all from different countries, parts from around the world. Pass the mic back over to Wes Nakama, who's doubling as a host for DeMatha as well.
All right, we are 4 minutes away from the third period, second half. Mid-Pacific, the home team, leading 23-16. Carter, I was thinking, you know, if you just watched the first half and didn't know what the score was or looked at the scoreboard, you would think it was a lot more, it would be a higher scoring game than 23-16. There was so much going on back and forth, and so it's kind of surprising looking up at the scoreboard and just seeing 23-16. It seems like the score should be like 39-35 or something. There's so much action, a lot of action going on in that first half. But it's good to see the energy level. Like I said, both teams coming off big blowout losses. You know, it's not fun losing by 30, 40, 50 points. But, you know, to come back less than 24 hours later, in Mid-Pacific's case, you know, they had the late game last night. So they had to come back much less than 24 hours later. And but showing a lot of energy, a lot of spunk, and most importantly, you know, the will to win. They feel like this is a game they want to, they can, and they want to get in the win column.
If you're thinking about a game to come on down, still plenty of basketball left. 4 matchups in the evening set, including the host Iolani Red Raiders at 6:30 versus ranked St. John Bosco. And this is, you know, I think a testament to the Classic and keeping things accessible. It's $5 to get in this for kids, for students. $5, right? It's 10 for adults. I mean, that's completely reasonable. And yeah, high quality basketball.
Oh, for sure. And multiple games.
Multiple games. You get great snack bar action. Julius and the crew. Top-notch food here. And a fun atmosphere. You can eat outside. We have video feeds, so pun intended. But you can relax outside and not miss any action if you're real hungry or you want to catch a breath of fresh air. You can just go sit outside in our covered lanai patio area, catch up with old friends.
And I like that word you use, accessible, because even the teams themselves, in fact, in the official program that you can purchase, there's a couple of pages, blank pages in the back of the program where just for autographs, and a lot of people, a lot of youngsters do take advantage of that, and they wait outside in that patio area you just talked about. And the players come by, and kudos to them. They're usually very, very gracious, very patient. They sign every autograph. They take every picture. So that's another aspect of this. And, you know, through the years, I mean, you could have a pretty good collection of autographs. You know, if you're a regular here, I mean, Kevin Durant, like I said, DeMarcus Cousins, you know, you go down the line, Quinn Smith.
Yeah, I like to see it's a family-friendly environment. I like to see a lot of people come on down. You know, a lot of kids now, there's no school the next couple of nights, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so kids can stay up a little bit later. Anyway, certainly urge you to come on down and join us Everybody's welcome here at the Hawaii Pacific Health Iolani Classic, the 39th running of this nationally recognized tournament. Something else you can see is, you know, these local teams play each other, but they often don't see each other that much. I mean, these are kids from different islands, so there's often family relations and certain local connections, but you know, they're not going to see each other again the rest of this season unless they see each other in a state tournament. So it's still kind of fun for teams to play each other. Going forward here, we do not have a traditional consolation bracket setup. For tomorrow, we have preset games, and that's just to avoid any interleague matchups right before league start. We want to kind of avoid all of that. So, for instance, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock will be Maui versus St. Louis. 10:30 games, Kauai versus Kaimuki. And the noon game will be Kamehameha-Kapalama versus Mililani. And then the Mid-Pac Owls that we see here, Mid-Pacific, Owls you see here will play the Moanalua na Menehune. So kind of nice to know when your teams are already playing. It's kind of helps out. Robbie Schlav with a quick hook. We are 6 seconds into the quarter and somebody's coming out. Corner 3 missed. Brown, right corner, tries to sneak it into Regal. Not the best decision. He was double teamed, and here come the Owls. Shizer in the corner looking into Mason. Almost lost there. Back to Yi, pump fake, draws 2. Great play by Yi. Mura wide open shot, nothing. Yi right back, and there he is. And he gets a foul. Yi has been the most active Owl here this afternoon as he gets the and one. Esteban will pick up his third.
I like that word you use for Yi is active, and that's what you want to see in players. You want players who are active, always around the ball.
What's that cliche? Control what you can control, and one thing you can't control is your energy.
Yep.
Your effort.
You know, not being a spectator on the perimeter, he's always where the action is. That's what you love as a coach, to see a player who's...
When you have perimeter, let's see here. No idea what happened, but yeah, okay, got it. Okay, yeah. So that makes sense. That's the right call here. So what happens is Jarek Yi makes his layup, and after he shot it, there was contact and a foul. He hit the ground, but it was after the shot.
Not in the act of
Not
shooting.
in the act of shooting. So he'll get the bucket. There is no free throw with it, but it all works out anyway because Regal turns the ball over here. He threw it just a bit outside. Tigers are stuck in the corner. Needs to get out. Pivots, moves, and sinks, sinks a 3.
That almost looked like a design play, like one of those RPO things, you know.
Well, Red Raiders left the ball, which is what you never do. Tigers are right back at it. Doesn't quite get it.
Wow. Big
finish there. Logan Mason with a put back and one. And this has come apart quickly for the Red Raiders. Just a minute in, the Owls have jumped on them. So we're in 7 straight in the first minute here to open up a 14-point lead.
I think if you're a Kauai coach, Ippo Yoshioka, that's one of the takeaways from yesterday or Monday and today, is his team plays well in spurts, but then they also have lapses, which are equally costly, you know, as much as their spurts are energizing.
Miura, steal. Yi, floater off the glass, nice. And we have a timeout by Coach Yoshioka. He needs a full one here.
This is one of those lapses that we just talked about where they tend to come apart or take their foot off the pedal just for maybe 90 seconds, 2 minutes. The next thing you know, they're giving up 3 or 4 buckets. And,
for the Owls, that could not have started any better. They came out with good energy and just get back-to-back turnovers. They get and ones, they get a 3, and really kind of shocked the Red Raiders into a full timeout. And this game has now opened up to a 17-point lead for the Owls.
So I think if you're Coach Yoshioka, again, thinking long-term, big picture, which you want to get out of this team, they've shown the flashes where they're very athletic, they're very quick, they can cause havoc. There's just no consistency, and that's what you want. You want to see them play a full 32 minutes and not have this roller coaster up and down.
So the pressure that the Owls extended to get this lead to open up a little bit, they changed the type of pressure now. They do a half-court blitzing press. Gets the Red Raiders hurried up, pull off the glass too hard. Got Barkley Gilman in for the Red Raiders for the first time today. Shizer with the putback. We give what do we do with Jacob Ball there? We give him the assist?
Yeah.
The old air ball assist, right?
Yes.
Miura called for the block here as Myri's trying to escape pressure.
Of course, Miura's going to say, yeah, he had great vision. Right?
Red Raiders really need something here. They need a quality possession. Gilman staying same side, 2-man game, running hook. Baseline just short. Gets off a good shot, and Chiser pushes. Tries a jump pass. Gets lucky on that. Tries to find Mason down low. Always get nervous when someone passes as they're jumping with no clear plan. But they recover. They have 29 to shoot. Jacob Powell turns it over. Okay, so Ball turns it over. Coach Robbie Schlab asking for a tip. It's going to go to the Red Raiders here while the Owls bring full court pressure. Barkley Gilman definitely gets rid of it. Rego, right wing 3, no good. Gilman gets a touch on it. Myri keeps it for the Red Raiders. Takes it in strong and will get a foul before the shot. Looks like the Red Raiders will have it out of bounds here. Darius Shizer. His second foul. And we have a timeout on the floor, 32nd. Called by the Owls.
Now, Coach Rob, like you said, paying a lot of attention to detail. You would think with a 19-point lead, 5:26 left in the third quarter, kind of an odd time to call a 30-second, but you know what? He wants to clean this stuff up now. So when he sees something, he wants to use it, like you said, as teachable moment, coachable moment, identify the mistake right then and there so they realize it, and he wants to see cleaner play the rest of the game.
And this is a funny game, too, of runs, right? And he can speak from experience. I mean, in the first half, the Red Raiders, they had them down 8-0. Red Raiders come back and cut it to a 2-point game. So Coach Schlab knows the potential of the Red Raiders going on a run. Barkley Gilman all the way to the rack. Nice drop down the whole. Beautiful pass. Cameron Holt was ready for it.
Gilman brings a lot of energy.
He does. He didn't play the first half, and he has longer arms than it looks. I mean, he's causing a little bit of havoc here on both ends.
Yeah, he's got quickness. definitely hustling.
Mason forcing a dribbler, forcing the issue. Tries to get to the rim, doesn't get it. Had visions of dunking. Probably wasn't going to happen. Barkley Gilman on the challenge, but Mason's strong move to the hole. Garner 2 free ones for him. Red Raiders missing an opportunity here. They're mismatched on the free throw. If this is missed, we have even numbers for the Owls here. Doesn't matter. Mason converts to second. 19-point lead for the Owls still, as the Red Raiders struggle to get it across. Owls. Gilman, another beautiful pass. Mason packs that from hole. Good block.
What I liked about that is after Gilman passed, he made a nice cut to the basket. Didn't get the return pass, but I like his thinking.
Similar situation as the last possession here, where Mason forces his way into the middle. He certainly is not hesitant to have words with other players. Just be a little bit careful here.
Yeah, he and Chuck Martin are becoming close conversationalists. That's the second time they've exchanged conversations, and we're only midway through the third period.
Mason converts the first to 2. Makes it a clean 20-point lead for the Owls.
Kev, I would imagine you were the type to meet some officials during the game and have some conversations with them during the game.
And I think, it can be in different ways, right? You can whine, you can complain, or you can kind of have conversations. And I think oftentimes I found over the years, if you're respectful, but try to have a clean conversation and ask earnestly, can I get what's going on here? A lot of times you see the ref respond in kind. They're human too, right? They'll respect that you have a right to know what's going on. Shot clock to 2. Vito gets one off, and Tyson Knorr gets a piece of the ball, but also the arm, and so Vito will earn a trip to the stripe. Good defense there by the Owls, getting it down to 2 seconds.
Yeah, you know, this shot clock there's so many aspects of it that players need to learn. You know, obviously, like we talked about, not letting it get down to 3, 2, 1 before you realize it's going off. But even defensively, knowing that the other team only has 2 seconds left, you don't want to commit a silly foul and bail them out. I mean, good effort and hustle by Knorr, but there's some awareness there that, hey, the shot clock's down to 2. Not a good time to foul.
Midway through the third here, Owls up 19 as Vito gets 1 of 2. Yee up into the front court. It's Myrie. Borrego with the wing pressure. Yee probing. Hook pass into Mason, who will just turn the corner and put it up off the glass. Holt hasn't figured out that Mason's going left shoulder, so you don't want to think about that. Risky pass in, but Jenkins has it. He'll pull up the short jumper from the 10-foot short corner, and that goes for Jenkins. His first bucket of the game. Lead remains 18 for the Owls.
I imagine we mentioned, whoa. Esteban really aggressive on that closeout.
Kind of
Too
unnecessary
aggressive.
because it's the middle of the third. He's picked up your 4th foul.
Yeah, you
And
don't want
that's
to
just kind of
be fouling the guy 40 feet from the basket.
yeah. He's not exactly your premier ball handler too, so that was a strange decision by Esteban, but he just looks like he's just trying to turn up the volume. And
yeah.
he might not want in this game anymore. He's just going to go out.
Yeah.
There he is, gets a deflection. He just wants to turn it up. Good take there. And he'll get that one. Ooh, it is on prior to the gather, so we're going to get a block and out of bounds here. But again, sometimes Esteban might be just like, you know what, I'm going to go for it. And if anything, maybe it'll juice up my teammates, get something going. But earns him a trip. We are in bonus, so he'll get 2 free ones here. West Nakama off to, he's a man of many hats here. He's also the host of the DeMatha squad who've just arrived for their upcoming game, so he's going to go ahead and get them settled in. There's Esteban finishing off 1 of 2. Pressure here by the Red Raiders, trying to get something going here before they get into the 4th quarter. Esteban guarding the ball strong. Good pressure on Nagata here. Nagata's looking for an outlet. Gets La'a. Jenkins on Noor. 15 to shoot. Noor spin dribble. Continues to go. Kicks it out. Miura, right corner. Short. Ball around. Tyson Noor, strong rebound. Gets it back. Can't get it. Esteban up quickly to Rego. Nagata challenging and comes away with it. Quickly up court to Noor, who assesses. He'll hold it. Get it to Miura. Free throw line, Miura. Jump stop. Tries to dump it down to Aiden Law. Can't quite get it. Does a self-assess, self-correct there. Says, I just got to shoot that. Nonetheless, minute 35 remaining here in the third, and the Owls maintain this 18-point lead. Rego, quick 3, gets it. This is 3rd of the game, keeping them within striking distance. Noor, Nagata, he'll launch, he'll get fouled, and Esteban has just bought himself a ticket out of this game because he commits his 5th foul challenging a 3-point shot. And he knows it.
Tough way to end your afternoon, but you also have to appreciate the effort over there. Trying to close out, but just couldn't get away from the shooter enough.
Yep. So Esteban exits early. He'll be replaced here by Kanaloa Yasutake, 5'9" junior.
It's a good opportunity for Coach Yoshioka to see what he has in Yasutake. Probably going to have him play heavy minutes in this last 9 minutes, see what he has in his reserves if foul trouble does come in the KIF play too.
But yeah, Kauai is falling asleep here on their free throw defense here, and luckily that went in, but they're giving up numbers on a defensive free throw, so see if that matters. Myri in trouble here. They're going to get it over, and they don't get it. It's a 10-second violation. And Coach Yoshioka just needs to get out of this quarter so he can reset. Both teams in the bonus, so any whistle will be 2 free throws. Save a player control. Nagata will set up. Minute left here in the third. Quickly over to Shizer. Myri pressuring. They got a chop out of it. Jenkins late on the rotate. Nagata, tough contested elbow J, doesn't go. Jenkins out quickly. Rego left wing, no doubt about it. That is a catch and shoot by Josh Rego. That is his 4th three of the day. And he is really what's keeping this Red Raiders squad in the game here. Tyson Nor up top getting doubled. Big hands by Jenkins. Myrie up pressuring Nor again, who's not comfortable with it. Buying himself some time. 12 to shoot here for the Owls. 4-second differential between game clock and shot. Nice drop pass to Aiden Line, converts. Nice job there by Nor. The Red Raiders have 5 to shoot. Jenkins doesn't realize it. We're gonna get a heave here from Myrie, and that's that. So a nice conversion there for the Owls, where Nor drops a nice pass to Aiden Law for his first bucket of the game. And we stand 45-29, Mid-Pacific Owls at the end of 3. Be right back.
Back here in the lower gym, Owls up 45-29. 8 minutes to go. The last game of the consolation pool for today. One of the other things that we were talking about Josh Rego and how he's going to go to HPU next year. And I missed a connection to Mid-Pac as well. So the head coach over at HPU is Dane Fujinaka in his 3rd year as a graduate of Mid-Pacific. So there's your Owl to Red Raider connection with Josh Rego.
My first Owl to Red Raider connection, Raider connection, but Red Raider connection, that's interesting, I didn't know that. Well, it was the old Iolani Red Raider connection, was our orchestra teacher, Miss Yanagi Hara, I believe. Married a longtime baseball coach for Mid-Pac, Dun Moromaru. When I was in middle school, I remember it to this day. We had to relearn the new name. You know, the teachers get married and you gotta get the new name. Myrie was the runner in the lane to start off the 4th quarter. Red Raiders cut it to 14. Mason, spin move, baseline, to the rack, too easy. Hold, gets lucky with it, it lips out, and Myrie comes away with it.
Not quite enough English on that ball off the glass for Mason for it to roll in.
Got a good look there. And taking advantage of Holt much of this afternoon. Myrie scraps for his own rebound. We're gonna get a traveling of the rolling nature.
That's one of those I think you live with as a coach. Yeah. Effort on the ground, trying to grab that ball. And
absolutely. As you hope the ref, like, come on, let him go with that. The poor guy. Poor guy hustled. Christian Vito fronting the post there, trying to get Mason isolated. They get it. Here he goes, spinning left shoulder. Baseline forces one up, short. Rego quickly out. He's going to step through and tries to get it up off the rim. Doesn't get hold, back at it quickly. Vito scrapping for it. Christian Vito keeping that possession alive, but just can't come away with it, and the Owls will inbound. There's been no blood so far. The last couple of possessions for the Owls not be able to convert. Beautiful quick pass. There's Yee again. Another great cut. This is long. Rego, jump shot, lips out. Rego playing with confidence, though. I think he realizes Esteban just went out. He realizes what's got to do to get back in this game. Owls out of sorts, but they settle in here. 15 on the shot clock. And a silly foul by Oviedo, just trying to extend pressure 45 feet from the hoop. He'll pick up his first foul of the game.
Big call for the Owls. They got to reset the shot clock with that one. Fresh 35.
They were out of rhythm for sure. Myrie pokes it loose, and it'll be baseline out of bounds for the Owls. But you're right, that possession wasn't going the way they wanted it to, and got a bailout foul there, way up top. Ryan Mann, nice cut. Loops in, can't get it to fall. And that's about 3 P1s, point blank, that they don't convert. Rego in and out. Yee pushes up court. Mann to the bucket, nice left hand. Nobody there. Ryan Mann will get his first bucket of the game. Mauri, coast to coast. Beautiful drop off the hold hole.
Smart dump off there. Saw that Mason was getting ready to try and swat him and able to dump it off to Holt Hole, and he was wide open after that.
Mauri, it's almost like he blocked for him, right? Hands it off and then blocks Mason from challenging. Rego, tip out. Holt Hole on the run. Ahead to Brown. Off the glass, too hard.
Good vision there, Holt Hole. Saw Brown streaking up ahead.
These guys have been playing pretty hard this whole game. Kauai not going too deep into their bench, so this is a nice long timeout. To quote Coach Robbie Schlapp, he wants a big one, so he'll get a full timeout.
I think he also only has big ones, he said. He's a little frustrated there. I think Nagata didn't realize how much time was left, and it was almost a 10-second violation, and Coach Glove just wants the best out of his players. You could see it.
Well, lead stays at 14 for the Owls, and on the other end for the Red Raiders, some success that they had early in the game, a lot of transition buckets, a number of timely threes. Are they going to continue to get looks here, and are they going to change their defensive look, their defensive pressure to try to generate quick and easy buckets?
Yeah, I think you're seeing it a little bit on that pressure. They're taking a little more gambles here and there, trying to pick pockets, poke it away from behind, which might lead to some open opportunities for the Owls down low if they gamble and miss, but could also lead to that streak out, but just couldn't get the finish there for Brown earlier.
Owls quickly in. Red Raiders lose vision. Just too easy for Riley Miura, nobody home there. Here comes Rego. Head of steam here. Vito up court quickly. Brown thinks about it. Cross court pass, dangerous to Mauri. Mauri thinks, goes to the paint, kicks, they move quickly. Rego kick to Vito, long three. In and out. That's the third in and out for the Red Raiders here in as many possessions. As Yee nearly slips here. Mason barely escapes a 10-second call, ends up turning it over. Tough take by Mauri, just misses too much English, but he's just trying to recognize and make something happen for his guys here. Brown on Nor, Rego pressuring, take a bow here. Mauri just not looking at all, just doesn't have man and ball, and Bow just follows him up with an easy layup as Rego turns it over, and then Holt Hole fouls a cheap one in the open court.
It's Holt Hole's third foul. Reese Jenkins will check in for Christian Mauri. Sorry, Isaac Mauri.
Call it Diego in for the first time today. So fresh legs here for the Red Raiders. Yee taking his time. Nice action, like the pivot move. Chuck Martin thinks he slid his pivot foot. And the Owls will turn it over. Up 18, 3.5 left. Red Raiders need to do something soon. Brown probing. Jenkins wide open, top of the key three, no good. Logan Mason corrals it up to Yee. Up to Jacob Ball, and the Owls will settle in. Their half-court set. Miura double teamed. Rego, backside rotation, gets a steal. Rego with a head of steam. Dangerous cross-court pass to Jenkins, corner three, just can't get it to go. Man, it's a world of how a game can change when things just rimming out. That's 4 or 5 just in and out for them.
The Red Raiders must be thinking that basket's like a half inch smaller.
Nice entry pass to Mason. They collapse on themselves as Diego was trying to defend. And they help him up. Incidental contact there. Diego picked up his first foul. We'll pause to wipe the floor here. I think they called the foul on Jenkins. This actually, Diego was the guilty party.
There'll be a cut on Jericho's arm. You'll see the trainer real quick.
So Chiza will come back in as Yee is attended to. Full fresh clock for the Owls. 2.5 left, fourth quarter. Nursing an 18-point lead. Hawaii's trying to change up their pressure a little bit, disrupt the Owls. Chiza strong to the hoop. And then Mason with a easy putback over the top. Here comes Rego. Nora's been active. Bunch of deflections today. Vito up top. Rego. Deep three, no good. And we're under 2 minutes here. 20-point lead for the Owls. Mason gets a sneak one in there. And the Red Raiders have all but run out of gas here defensively. A poke from behind is Nor. He looks like he actually get called for a foul here. Ball will be out of bounds baseline for the Red Raiders. Cameron Alisna will check in for the Red Raiders. You know, Makala Diego and Shosei Kai is also in. As Coach Yoshioka says, let's get some of my other guys some minutes here. Post entry pass. Cutting Kai just into the game, using those fresh legs to see if he can get a cheap one up close. Doesn't get it. 24 on the clock for the Red Raiders, who tomorrow we know will be coming back at 10:30. Kauai will be facing Kaimuki Bulldogs. Brown is long in the three. And Mid-Pacific will have a matchup with the Moanalua na Menehune. That'll be at 1:30. Miura can't handle it, falls out of bounds, minute left here. Tangled up here, Miura and Kai. And Coach Slav will bring a wholesale change here. 5 for 5. James Bartholomews, 6'4" senior, seen his first action of the day for the Owls, as well as Tyler Kawamoto. Also getting into the box score is Keanu Inoue for the Red Raiders. It's always nice to not get the DNP next to your name. Cross-court pass, Gilman, Kai. Step through, he's fouled on the pass-off as Jaden Kerr was the recipient of that, but they'll be ball out of bounds here. 49 seconds left for the Red Raiders, trying to see if they can end on a positive note here. Fresh into the game, Inoue. Long. Kai hunts it down. Kerr. Nice entry pass. And that's Cameron Alisna. 6'4", 6 foot junior.
Kai lost his footing there. Ended up picking up the foul. He was on his backside.
Well, I'll give it to Shosei Kai. He's coming in like, Coach, you're going to put me in for a minute and a half? I'm going to give you a minute and a half. He's everywhere. Look at this guy. He's been waiting all day. I love it. Jaden Kerr gets called for the poke around, and bench is excited because guess what that means? That means free throws for Marley Chun.
Where's his dad, David? Hiding somewhere in this gym, I know that. 5th grade teacher. Alum here of Iolani School. Getting to his son play.
Summer school counselor. Summer fun counselor. And way back in 1979, 80. Still got that same smile, good old David Chun. Marley Chun looking to convert his second free throw here. And gets it up and in. Everybody's happy. Gotta love to see that. Big Gilman. Kerr. Tough shot. Man comes down with it. He'll control. He escapes pressure, and it'll look like he'll just let this one bleed out as the Mid-Pacific Owls sustained a double-digit lead for most of this game. Although, if you watch Coach Robbie Schlav, it looked like it was a 2-point game the whole time. But the Mid-Pacific Owls come up with a 21-point win, 56-35. They're in their second game of the tournament.
I was impressed with Logan Mason, his ability to create his own shot, work down low. But it's going to be a fun year getting to see Logan Mason, Moanalua Klong, Kainoa Wade, Andre Upresa Thomas, all of those guys in the front court. Rome Lilio from Marino. There's a bunch of good bigs here in the ILH, and it's going to be fun watching them go game after game against each other and see what happens. Even your son's one of them.
Yeah, we'll see. He's got to do his chores first before we let him play, but it's a good point about, you know, it comes and goes. There's ebbs and flows in terms of batches of kids and size and so forth, and sometimes the league will be a little bit smaller, and or some teams will have a distinct advantage, but you're right. You go across the board, every ILH school has at least one player 6'6" and up, right? So that changes the things a little bit, right? In terms of how you draw things up on both ends. But I think after this weekend, the teams will go their respective ways. Some have tournaments off island, some have little batches of practice, but basically after the New Year's, the ILH season starts up right away.
January 3rd, I think, is the first
3rd,
day.
I believe, yes. So, and I believe the OIA actually starts this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. I was talking to Coach Dumlau from Moanalua. They have 5 games in a row. They played, obviously, yesterday, then today. They'll play 2 more this week, and then they open OIA play on Saturday at Farrington. That's not normal. That's not usually how you go in.
A test of wills.
You usually want to get at least a practice in, right? But all they got's games.
Or at least a rest day.
Something, right? Yeah. So we'll see how they manage that, how teams manage these last couple of games. Of course, their matchups are preset to avoid any inter-league matchups so close to their seasons. Coming up here for the 3:30 game, we actually have a extra little buffer here of time as we switch over to the evening set. of 4 games. We'll start off with the Masters Academy from Florida. They'll be taking on the DeMatha squad from Maryland. That's at 3:30. Christ the King from New York City will be playing Pace out of Georgia. That's at 5 o'clock. You'll have the host Iolani Raiders challenging St. John Bosco at 6:30, which is always a fun time when the host team plays a marquee matchup. And then my game of the night, I've been telling people you really got to see these teams play. It's the Oak Ridge Pioneers playing my sort of personal, I'm cheering for them, the Vashon Wolverines, who are nothing short of impressive in terms of their full court, nonstop energy and pressure on defense. So quality basketball coming up here, gang. Please come on down. It's just $5 for kids, students.
And then what's after that nightcap?
Well, that's why I'm trying to urge them to come down, because for $5 you can get a whole slate of quality national contending teams facing off, and then little bonus would be the Alakai Executive Search Slam Dunk Contest. Follows the Oak Ridge and Vashon Wolverine matchup at 8 o'clock. So a little bit later, but as we said before, almost everybody's done with school. So let the kids stay up a little late, huh? Bring them on down. It's always an electric atmosphere, a lot of energy. If anything, it can be a Christmas gift and they can get stuff for their Instagram, right? Tomorrow, if you're looking for your local team matchups, tomorrow morning we'll start off the day, 9 o'clock. You have Maui playing St. Louis. 10:30 games, Kauai Red Raiders, who we just saw, versus the Kaimuki Bulldogs. Noon game, Kamehameha-Kapalama against Mililani. That's going to be a nice little matchup right there. And the Moanalua Namenuni versus the Mid-Pacific Owls at 1:30. So those are the games that are locked in. Everything else is contingent upon results from this evening's matchups. I'd like to really extend our mahalo to so many of the people and entities that make this tournament roll. Of course, our title sponsor, Hawaii Pacific Health. My classmate, Leslie Chun, where to represent Leslie. Les was our valedictorian, so I'm zero surprised that he's now running Hawaii Pacific Health. Les is a hooper too, man. Les good ball. He's a hoop head, so appreciate it, Hawaii Pacific Health, coming through for us. Also the Twin Fin, just steps from the sands of Waikiki. Twin Fin is housing all of our visiting teams from the continent. Downstairs in Twin Fin, you can have Tiki's Bar and Grill. Great atmosphere. We were just there for the coaches mixer the other night, and that's a beautiful spot. Live music, big verandas, open air, sweeping views of the ocean. Great spot, Tiki's Bar and Grill. Pestec Hawaii is where all of these broadcasts come from, the broadcast booth, Pestec Hawaii. Don't forget Big Boats Inc. Bobby Webster, Anderson's, always up to good things there. Detail. And I can speak from personal experience. Physiotherapy Hawaii. Best PT firm on the island, I think. Bart Kellner, Noichi, and the whole gang over there at Physiotherapy Hawaii. get you back in action. They're all athletes, all college athletes there, so they understand they want to get you back on the court, on the field, in the right way for the long term. So thank you, physio. You'll see some of the visiting coaches wearing pretty styling Aloha shirts, not the ABC store, not the swap meet, double-breasted, shiny, what could be nothing less than abominations of Aloha shirts. No, this is a beautiful shirts from Kahala.
And the dry fit kind.
And it's
For
yeah,
men's
they're
polos.
really nice. It's dry fit polos. Yeah, it's all from Kahala. Thank you, Tom Park and the squad at Kahala. All the water here from Waiakea Water, Hawaiian volcanic water. Very generous of them to step up and hydrate the boys. Everybody knows a rabbit with a lei around them on the Roberts Hawaii emblem growing up. Roberts Hawaii helping us all the transportation for these visiting teams. A lot of people, a lot of energy to put. This thing doesn't go for 39 years without a collective effort. We're gonna give everybody a break here on the airwaves. Tip-off is just under 30 minutes away. DeMatha versus the Masters. Masters out of Orlando, Florida. DeMatha out of the DC area in Maryland. We'll have that coming up at 3:30. Please come down and join us. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you all. Hopefully it dries out there. Stay safe. For West Nakama, Carter Uechi, Kevin Scanlon, at least sometimes. Tying this one off as we head into the evening slate of the 39th annual Hawaii Pacific Health Iolani Classic. Take care.